66 million years ago, two forces collided. The real story was never told. The Primordials. It was not planned. Neither side had chosen this moment. But some moments choose themselves, and this one had been inevitable since the first light appeared in the sky. The clearing was small, a gap in the ancient forest where the light came through differently, warmer, more open than the jungle allowed. The scouts had chosen it for its visibility. The patrol had used it for years as a crossing point. For one long moment, neither knew the other was there. That moment ended. The scout turned, and for the first time, truly the first time, two species that had never shared a sky looked at each other. Not through instruments, not from a distance, face to face. The scout's training said, assess, record, do not engage. The raptor's instinct said, hold, wait, watch. For 3 full seconds, the world held its breath. The scout did what the training demanded. Raised the instrument, recorded. The patrol watched the blue light move across them. The lead raptor had seen this light before, from a distance, from concealment, sweeping across other terrain. Now it swept across them, and something shifted in those amber eyes. Not fear. Something colder than fear. Recognition. Soren felt the contact the moment it happened. Miles away, through the network that connected all Primordials, he felt his patrol freeze, and felt why. His message was simple. It needed no words, only wait. Still, controlled. Let them see you. Do not show them what you are. Not yet. The second scout moved to improve the reading angle. Standard procedure. No aggression intended. But the patrol read it differently. In the language of predators and prey, a flanking movement is never neutral. One of the younger raptors stepped back. The lead held, because Soren had said, hold, and because, deep in whatever the Primordials carried instead of fear, they understood that this moment mattered. Dravon had followed the patrol without being asked. He always did. He saw the scouts, saw the blue light moving across the raptors, saw them being recorded like terrain, like stone, like water. The red markings along his spine burned without releasing, the hardest thing he had ever asked of himself. He looked at the lead raptor. The raptor looked back. A message passed between them that needed no network, no telepathy. Not yet. The scouts conferred. In their language, precise, efficient, stripped of everything unnecessary. They exchanged what they had observed. Larger specimens than the survey data suggested. Organized movement. Coordinated response. Possible social hierarchy. They updated their records. They did not consider, even for a moment, that the creatures watching them might be doing exactly the same thing. The patrol was not simply watching. They were learning. The suits, what did they protect against? Heat? Cold? The air itself? The devices? Tools? Not weapons. But tools could become weapons. The way they moved, precise, but not fast. Powerful but not agile. Every observation was being memorized, compressed, prepared for transmission back to Soren. They were being studied, and they were studying back. After what felt like a very long time, the scouts withdrew. Slowly, deliberately, professionally. They did not run. They did not show anything that could be read as fear. They simply left. The patrol watched them go, did not follow. Soren had been clear: observe, do not pursue. The lead raptor held the tree line until the scouts were gone, then turned and moved, fast, direct, back towards Soren. Dravon found Soren before the patrol did. He said nothing for a long time. Then, they recorded us. Yes, Soren replied, like they recorded the soil, the water, the trees. Yes. Dravon was quiet again. Then, they don't know what we are. Soren looked at him, and for once, just once, something crossed those amber eyes that was not calculation. No, he said, and that is the only advantage we have. The scouts filed their report within minutes of returning. Updated assessment: the large bipedal fauna demonstrate unexpected organizational complexity. Social structure confirmed. Possible communication methods observed. Intelligence classification revised upward. Recommendation: further study before acquisition phase. They were no longer terrain. They had been upgraded to obstacle. Vaeron read the report once, then read it again. Organizational complexity, social hierarchy, possible communication, obstacle. Vaeron set down the report, looked out at the world that had given them their first unexpected data in a very long time, and thought, for the first time, a thought the Empire had no category for. What if they are more than an obstacle? At the Ashen Peaks, Eldros felt the contact the moment it happened, felt what the patrol had seen, felt what Dravon had held back, felt Soren's calm, and understood what it cost him. The first contact had passed without violence. That was good. But Eldros knew, had always known, that the contacts which pass without violence are often the most dangerous ones of all, because they teach both sides that the other is real. They had seen each other, really seen each other, and now there was no going back. Episode 5, The Council.